If you are into canning, you have likely heard of the All-American pressure canner. If you haven't, the All-American pressure canner is considered to be the Cadillac of pressure canners in the canning world. It is a very high quality canner. And that same company that makes the All-American canner also makes an equally high quality cookware line. This cookware line has quickly become my favorite due to the quality, the ease of cleaning, and the amazing warranty. So today I wanted to share this with you. If you do want to get any of these pieces for yourself, I do have a coupon code for you so that you can get them at a discount. It's Jody with All About the Harvest, where I teach you how to grow, use, and preserve your harvest. And today I'm going to teach you about each of the pieces in their cookware line. The company that makes the All-American canner and this amazing cookware line is called Wisconsin Aluminum Foundry Company. They have been in business since 1909 and started creating the famous All-American canner in 1930. One of the things I love about this company is that it is a family-owned business right here in Wisconsin. They are located about an hour away from me, and I was lucky enough to be able to visit their offices last year and see how the products are made. It is nice knowing that the canners and the cookware is made right here in the US. They currently have 4 heavy-duty cast aluminum cookware pieces. This is the same material that the canner is made from, so you know that it is a high quality material. So they currently have the deep dish bake pan, and this was previously called the lasagna pan, although it can be used for much more than that, and I will be covering that in a minute. Then they also have the roast and bake pan. Then they have the ultimate griddle. And then for the 4th piece, they have a similar product, similar to this ultimate griddle. It is a reversible grill and griddle. And one side of that pan looks like this, and then the other side of the pan is more of a grill, so you can get those nice grill marks. Now that particular piece, the reversible grill and griddle, cannot be used on flat top stoves. I have a flat top stove, so that's why I don't have that. I will also talk about that piece in this video. So first we'll talk about the individual pieces and how I use them, and then we will talk about specifically the cookware itself and what I really like about that, and then some things that you're going to need to know if you do end up getting this cookware. So first we're going to talk about the deep dish bake pan, and the deep dish bake pan was called the lasagna pan, and I really like this pan. I do use it a lot. I like the oversized handles that it has, so it's really nice from a grabbing the pan perspective. It is deeper, it is 3 inches deep, so obviously you could make lasagna in this. You can make much, much more. So I use this a lot to make egg bakes, and I'll either put the egg bake in this pan or the roast and bake pan, depending upon how much I want to be making. So that's one way I've used it. The other way I've used this is I've been roasting some potatoes for dinner, and I put them in here, put some olive oil on them, and I put rosemary and thyme and some salt on there, and they turn out really, really nicely. So I like this for that. I have also made some chicken in here, and one of the things that I would like to make in here, I haven't done it just yet, but I would like to make some homemade mac and cheese. I think this would be great for that. So I really, really like this size. It is, again, it's 3 inches tall, it is 15 inches long, and it's 10.5 inches deep. So this is that deep dish bake pan. I will put a link to their website so that you can see all of the dimensions and all of the information on these. Plus, that's the website you'll need to go to get your free shipping and your discount. So next we're going to talk about the roast and bake pan. And the roast and bake pan is a large capacity. So this would be something perfect for large families or family get-togethers. So think holidays. This is a roasting pan, so You can do chicken, turkey, ham in here. Think of Easter, Thanksgiving, Christmas. This can be used for so much more than just roasting meat in it. So I use this for when I do roasted vegetables. I make a meal out of roasting vegetables. So I will roast a bunch of my garden vegetables or whatever I have in the fridge, and then I will also make bacon, and I will cut the bacon in small pieces, and I will put that on the top of those roasted vegetables and mix it all together. And my husband and I love that as a meal. And then I use leftovers for breakfast the next day, and I will put an egg over it. It's a really, really great meal. And what I was finding was we loved it so much that in my previous pan, I was making it and it was overflowing. And so when I got this pan last year, I converted and made all of that in this pan. So I use this for my roasted veggies. I call it roasted veggies, but obviously there's bacon in that as well. I love it. And so this is what I use for that. I haven't done it yet, but you could also use this to bake a cake or make some bars in it, whatever you prefer. So this particular pan is not as deep as the deep dish bake pan. This is 2.5 inches deep versus the deep dish bake pan is 3 inches. Now this is 19 inches long versus 15 inches, and this is 12.25 inches versus 10.5 inches. So that will give you a little bit of an idea of the difference in the two sizes. All right, so next we're going to go and talk about the Ultimate Griddle. So the Ultimate Griddle is a great pan. It is nice and flat on the bottom. This can be used on your flat top stove. So I have used this on my flat top stove as well as in my oven. So one of the things that you might notice here is that there are these little handles, so I can grab these corner pieces. So that's really nice. The other thing that you may have noticed is there is a drip tray around the outside. So if you're making bacon, then it allows that grease to kind of fall into that drip pan. So I have used this to make bacon, but I put it in the oven. Again, you could use it on top of your stove. I've also used this to make French toast. You could use it to make pancakes as well, sausage, bacon, and grilled cheese would be another thing that you could make on here. Now, that would be on top of the stove. In the oven, like I said, I have used it to make bacon. I have also used it for garlic bread, and I've used it for bruschetta. So those are just some of the ways that I personally have used this pan. The other way I've used this pan is I have used this to thaw meat. So one of the things about this particular pan, this is called the Ultimate Griddle. This can actually be used to thaw your meat quicker than normal. And when you purchase this pan, you will get a thawing guide. It comes with it. You also get some, care and use materials, but the thawing guide will give you an estimate of how long it takes to thaw something on this. So that's really nice. The one thing, when you are thawing meat on here, the meat does have to be out of its package. Put the meat directly on the griddle. Now, you don't want to put the griddle on the stovetop, so in the instructions it does say to put the griddle on your counter. So when I used it to thaw meat, I noticed it worked really well. So I love this as an option to use for that. So the size of the Ultimate Griddle is 19 inches across, and then it is 11 inches, and then it is 1 inch deep. So the one pan that I don't have that I mentioned earlier, it's called the Double Burner Reversible Grill and Griddle. So that particular pan is similar in size, but it is 20 inches long. It is 10.75 inches this way, and then it is 7/8 inch deep. And again, that one has the griddle on one side, and then it has the grill on the other side. And that one cannot be used on glass top stoves. Okay, so now that I covered the different pans in their cookware line, I want to cover what I really like about the line. And then I'm going to talk about some of the things that you'll need to know when using these particular pans. So one of the things that I love is that these are so very easy to clean. I have made multiple meals in each of these pans, and I have not had to scrub hard at all. In fact, I generally just put water in them and wipe them out. That's how easy it is to clean these out. I made chicken in the roast and bake pan, and at the bottom there was some liquid, and that liquid kind of dried up and it was hard. And so what I ended up doing is I took out the chicken and then I put water in the pan. This was after the pan was cooled. So I put water in the pan and I just set it there. And then I was doing some video editing and I came back and I dumped the water out and just used the sprayer on my sink, and that took all of that gunk out. It was really amazing how easily it came off. I didn't spray anything on the pan before putting the chicken in either. So to me, that was pretty amazing. I obviously washed it with soap and water after that, but the fact that everything was basically off of it, I think there might have been a little bit that I had to use with a wash rag, that was pretty amazing. So I thought that was great. Now I will say the same thing I've had with both of these other pans as well. This one was the only one that I had something that was actually stuck more to the bottom, and that was because we purposely left it in there because I was in the middle of a class and I didn't have time to eat dinner. And so I told my husband, leave it in the oven and then I will just have it when I'm done with my class. So it was in the oven longer than it needed to be, and that was part of why that liquid kind of got stuck to the bottom. So it was not any fault of the pan itself, it was how we used it. But it was also a great testament to the fact that these pans really are non-stick. And that brings me to the next thing I like. So first, yes, I love the fact that they're so easy to clean. The easiest cleaning pans I've ever owned, and that is honest to God truth, the easiest cleaning pans I've ever owned. The next thing, and it's probably because of this, and the next thing is they have a premium quality non-stick surface. So this isn't like your cheap Teflon type of coating. This is a high quality, heavy duty non-stick. And I think this is actually the best quality that I have ever personally had. I really, really like it. So this was another positive for me with getting these pans, was that it is a high quality nonstick. It's not something cheap. It is PFOA free. When you go to their website, you can read a little bit more. Plus, when you get the products, they give you these handouts, and it will talk a little bit more about that. So that was the second thing I really liked about it. The third thing was that they have a 10-year limited warranty. Now, with that warranty, you basically, you need to make sure that you're following some of their guidelines, right? Like any pan. So they will replace your cookware free of charge if it is defective. You just need to be able to have your receipt, so make sure you save that. And they do have all of the warranty information included in your package when you get it, so you can rest easy knowing that they tell you everything that you need to know how to get that replaced if it is needed. So I really liked that warranty. The other nice thing is, because this is heavy duty cast aluminum, it cooks your food evenly. And then the bonus is that you can thaw your foods on here. Now, they do say that, you could thaw them on all of them, but the griddle is the thickest, and that will produce the fastest thawing time. So keep that in mind when you are choosing which pan to use to thaw your food on. So here are some things that you'll need to know about this cookware line. Because it is a heavy duty cast aluminum, and I mentioned earlier that it does cook evenly, it actually cooks best at low to medium settings. Excessive heat can damage the product and thus void the warranty. So make sure that you're using it on a low to medium heat setting. And if you're using them in an oven, don't go above 450 degrees Fahrenheit, and you definitely can't use them under the broiler. You don't want to use metal utensils, wire brushes, or abrasive cleaners on these. You instead want to use nylon tools or wooden utensils. These cannot be put in the dishwasher, so you will want to wash these by hand with hot and soapy water, but you want to wait until after the pan has cooled down before you put it in the water. So that's basically what you need to know. So now, how do you get these? So I have a code for you that you can get 10% off plus free shipping on any of their cookware. What you need to do is you'll go to their website, and that is allamerican1930.com.
And then when you get to the website, go ahead and highlight products and then go down and select cookware. Then select the pieces that you want, add them to your cart, and for your coupon code in capital letters, you're going to want to enter Harvest 10, and that's the number 10. Now this coupon also applies to the 1921 canner as well. So if you did want to get the All-American canner, the 1921, you can also get the 10% off with this code, and obviously that free shipping as well. So you'll apply this coupon, it will give you the discount, and then it will also end up giving you your free shipping when you go ahead and proceed to checkout.
Again, I will put that code down below this video in the description, as well as the link to that website so that you have it and you can refer to that when you're done watching this video. So go ahead and comment below if you have any questions about this product line, and I will be sure to get back to you. Again, this is Jody with All About the Harvest, where I teach you how to grow, use, and preserve your harvest. And until next time, happy cooking.